everybody. Happy Monday. It's Mystic Monday Live, and we're here today to talk about horoscopes, zodiac signs today, and I'm really excited. We haven't done this on Mystic Monday Live yet, so we have a lot to talk about today. And it has kind of been the theme of the week. I recently, like on Saturday, I uploaded a video, an interview I did with astrologer and brand navigator Leslie Tagoda, and that was a very interesting interview and conversation. If you're interested, you can go on and have a look and have a watch. We talked about entrepreneurship and astrology and how astrology helps entrepreneurs and people who want to build their leadership skills in the workforce. And through astrology, you're able to do that. And she helps people do just that, like really understand their path, their career, what are the most important skill sets that they have, their strengths and the weaknesses. And through that, and through astrology, she advises them and guides them. And I think it's absolutely interesting for anyone who wants to hear that interview. Leslie Tagoda was really sweet. She has an amazing energy. And also, she'll be joining us here on Mystic Monday Live in April. This is going to be after Easter. So I can't wait. So you can call in, join in, and ask her any questions you have around astrology, around entrepreneurship, leadership, feminine leadership, anything you want. And I'm super excited. Now, let me just have a look at the chat. I'm just going to probably wait a little bit longer until more people join us. I'm just going to say hello to the chat. Marla, hi Marla. She's from Texas. Hi Texas. Hi Marla. Thanks for being here. Tammy, hi Tammy. Good morning to you too. I hope you're having a good day. Let me see who else is here. Suzanne, hi. Hi, I'm so happy you made it. And Paranormal Witch Pixie as well. You're not late. I was late actually. So it's all good. I'm taking the kids a bath. Okay. Take your time and join us when you're ready once the kids are in bed. Oh, but no, it's during the day over there. Sorry, it's evening here. My kids are in bed. La La Land. Hi, thanks for being here. I'm so excited to catch a live. So curious about signs. Taurus here. Taurus, yay. And from Texas as well. Oh, I love this. Absolutely love it. Thank you everyone for being here. I am super excited about this show. I'm going to bring up Jenny and Kim. Unfortunately, Dana couldn't join us today, and that was my fault because I got completely confused with the time change. The time changed in North America. It hasn't changed here in Europe yet. It changes in 2 weeks. And I just realized last minute that I had my schedule muddled up. Everything was just a mess because of the time change, and Dana couldn't make it. So today, unfortunately, because she has an appointment. But I'm going to bring the other two soul sisters. Hello, beautiful lady.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you.
Wonderful.
My computer told me my battery's low, so I'm not plugged in. So you might see me step out for a second and plug myself in because it's Monday and it's a Mystic Monday.
It is a Mystic Monday because I can't comment.
You're in the private chat, Kim.
How do I get out of it?
Probably that's what I did before. I said, okay, let's wait for people to comment because I could only see myself in private chat, and I was like,
how do you get out of it?
Kim, also you might have to mute your computer because it keeps doing that little bell noise thing. Yeah, but it's Monday, everyone. Bear with us. We're having a lot of technical issues as usual. I mean, I was proactive. I smudged before went on because I had to get rid of any unwanted energy so everything can, like technology can just work smoothly.
How do you get out of the private chat?
Well, I have a different dashboard than you, so there should be a section that says comments.
Yeah, okay. I clicked on it and I still cannot comment.
Hi, Priya. Nice to see you here. Oh, you're Virgo.
Hey, Priya.
Interesting. Paranormal witch pixies are Pisces. That explains a lot about you, Pixie, that you're so spiritual and you're into paganism as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm Sagittarius, if I've got any other Sagittarians out there.
I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. I mean, this is really interesting because actually I was thinking before coming on, of all the clients I've had throughout these years, which star sign, because I always ask for the date of birth and the details, because usually what we do also is I go through their natal charts. And it's very interesting, but one star sign that I've had the least, like clients with that star sign, are Scorpios. Fun fact.
My husband's a Scorpio.
My moon's in Scorpio, and Scorpios are highly, highly intuitive. They're psychic, they're water sign. They're very connected with, they also, with their dark side too. They can go dark, but that's because they are very they're very attuned. So that's interesting that.
I'm back.
Hi, is it working now?
Oh, yes. The whole computer just shut right down. You know me. I'm here. It's Monday.
No, it's not you. It's Monday.
I'm an Aries. I bring fire.
Oh, there's me, a Sagittarius. Hey, Shelley.
Yes.
Hi, Shelly. I'll bring her up. Hi, it's Sag, another Sag. And then we have Mala. Let's see, Mala. My birthday's October 23rd. You're a Scorpio, honey. There you go.
Ooh.
We have a Scorpio in the family. Love it.
I don't know many Scorpios at all. Like I actually in learning the signs kept track of who I knew and what their sign was, so I could learn the signs by thinking of that person. And I have like nobody under Scorpio, so they're a mystery to me.
My husband's a Scorpio. You missed that part.
I heard it. I was on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can get on my phone.
We have another
mom
Pisces, another Pisces here, another psychic, highly attuned into.
That's a psychic sign, Pisces. Yes.
Yeah, and the last sign of the zodiac circle as well. Am I missing anyone? So we've got, it's very interesting. Virgos too, all right? Unlike, we'll go through them. But I really want to jump in and say that Virgos, what most people don't know is Virgos are quite intuitive as well.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Virgos, they always take care of their looks and because they have issues. Usually Virgos have issues with their nervous system, and so they like to take care of their health and their body. So they're into fitness and dieting and diet fads and all that out there. And the reason why they do that is because it keeps them grounded. They need to have their body healthy and in balance for them to feel, grounded, because Virgos are quite intuitive and they pick up energies as well.
But they think their intuition is logic. They confuse it a lot of times for logic.
It's true. They don't realize that they have that, but they do follow their instinct. It's funny. Probably because they think they're so logical.
They think they're right. I'm not going to lie. Like if I have something that needs editing, I will be like, give it to a Virgo. They will get out the red ink and mark it all up and fix everything I didn't even see. So.
Oh yeah, they can be pedantic, that's for sure. My
Virgo, good.
My rising is Virgo, and I know pedantic at times. Yeah. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all about balance, and it's all about, that's what I love about astrology, because nothing is, there's no cookie cutter
No.
profiles or people, personalities or charts, right?
Yeah.
It's so diverse and everything is so connected, interconnected, and the planets and the energies and the constellations and the squares and the triangles. It's just fascinating in general. And that's why it takes years and years and years to study astrology for you to learn it. I'm still learning all the time, and I'm still not even at that level, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, there's so much to learn, because it's not about what's your sun sign. It's what's your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. Exactly. And then let's not worry about the others, but how are those others interacting with each other when today, tomorrow, and an hour from now. So I just know when I'm feeling a little bit funny or I just can't get grounded, I look and it, like, for example, last week I couldn't get grounded, and it was Pisces sun and moon, which is super psychic. And I was like, well, this makes sense. Just makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot. You know, people ask me, do you think I would be compatible? What star sign would I be compatible with? Well,
what's their moon sign? What's their, because your moon's your emotions. That's how you're going to relate to someone, right? So what?
Yeah,
you need to know more.
Moon is emotions and reactions, and on the other hand, you need to know where is your Venus, what planet's on your Venus, and what house. You need to check all these things, and then you're able to see, you know, how compatible it is. You know, I could say that Aries is compatible with Capricorn, for instance.
Really?
No, it's just it's not. But I could say that, you know, you're not compatible with Capricorn. You're more compatible with Aries. You're more compatible with a water sign. You need sort of that calming effect.
Okay. You know, I have a Taurus moon, which I think is my earth, which kind of balances out my fire, because because I have a lot of fire.
Yeah, it balances not only your fire but your reactions. You don't react as an Aries, you react more as a Taurus, right? So you're like, you pull back as like with the Taurus moon, and you assess the situation before you open your mouth. Whereas with Aries, you don't assess anything. You just open your mouth and you go to war.
But I have some Aries moments, and I'm like, why did I just do that? I think it's that Aries in me that's just like,
fire is fire. You're both fire. Fire is fire. You know,
she's the fun fire sign, though.
She is. Yeah. She's more the covert fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Aries. Well, I'll start with Aries, because since let's dive right in, right? So Aries, I'll just talk a little bit about what are the elements, or let's say the characteristics of each star sign, and then what is the best, let's say, method, or what are the best spiritual practices for each star sign. Okay, what sort of is more compatible to each star sign, and what would help them? Even if you have a friend, let's say if you have a friend that is a Libra, they're not very spiritual, it might be a little bit sort of skeptical or not so sure about it, they think it's woo-woo, then, for instance, I can't speak. What did I want to say? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's been a long day.
I do that.
So, yeah, it's one of those days. So you can actually, if they're not really into spirituality, or they don't believe it, or they're not sure about it, you know, you can actually give them the right advice by showing them, like taking their hand and kind of guiding them on how to be more open to the idea of spirituality according to star signs. I hope that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Right. With Aries, Aries is a fire sign, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is about war. It's all about creating havoc, war, you know, not thinking through things, being very spontaneous. Yeah, I'm not putting you against them. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Aries.
But you are. If I could talk about myself, this is pretty accurate. Keep going.
But you're very energetic at the same time. So you're the type of people that you cannot sit still for too long. You get bored. And once you get bored, then you start getting antsy, agitated and you take it out on people. That's what normally happens. And normally it's the people that you're close with, right? Your partner, your parent, a friend, a best friend. And but you also love attention and care. You like to give it in doses, but you love to receive it. You need that. You need to feel that love and affection from people, because that keeps you going. That really feeds your energy and your ego at the same time. Now, spiritually, Aries are not known to be very spiritual because you're always on the go, Aries. You're always on the go. So there's not much time to think about anything else that needs thinking, processing, analysis, reading, understanding. No time whatsoever. You're also very impatient. That's another thing. Another, let's say, fun little, sorry?
It's one of an Aries challenge.
It's an Aries, it's an Aries challenge. I like that. It's an Aries challenge, the impatience. That's something that they have to learn, how to tone down, basically, how to be more patient and have faith. Because the other thing that Aries don't have is, oh my God, you have trust issues, Aries. Trust issues, right, Jenny?
I saw that little head go down.
Yeah. So with Aries, how can an Aries ground themselves and really sort of connect with their spiritual side, with their higher self? In my opinion, Aries would need to start doing yoga and meditation to start with. Because with that elevated energy, you're never going to be able to connect in that way with your higher self, with the other side, or with your spiritual core. You're always going to be that dynamic, impatient person that is always looking, what I'm going to do, what am I going to do next, what am I going to do in the next 5 minutes. So you need to implement yoga or meditation in your life on a frequent basis. I'm not going to say every day, but frequently, because this will just bring that energy down, and it will also allow you to sort of look inwards and understand, what, first of all, to understand what direction you're going, because a lot of the times you're running around like a headless chicken because you have that force, right? And you really want to prove something to yourself and to other people, and that's exhausting, Aries. So you need to find a spiritual practice that is going to ground you and allow for that energy to flow more freely and a little bit slower than it does now. So I highly recommend meditation or yoga. If you're not into meditation, start with yoga and then go into meditation. It's easier that way. Meditation for Aries is not easy because you've got a noisy brain, a noisy mind.
It's so hard. It's like I don't have time for that. But then I do it and I'm like, that was so rewarding. But trying to get me to sit down and do it, wow. It's like, but I have so many things to do. But I love
That's the way I am.
Because you sit there and you think, why am I talking to myself? I have to stop this. And then you go into that spiral, right? You're like, okay, how does this stop? And so that's because you need to bring that down, bring everything down. So start with yoga. I highly recommend start with yoga. It's easier because you do meditation in your yoga class anyway. So it's going to teach you, if your body is relaxed, your mind will follow. Mm-hmm. So even with meditation, if you want to do meditation, but you're one of those like Jenny, who is just overthinking and there's too much noise in her mind, go for a walk, go for a swim. Go out, get some fresh air, move that body, relax your muscles, relax your body, and then come back home and then start your meditation. And that would really help, especially you Aries. If you have, and I do feel that this is quite a stressful, intense period for you guys, Aries, right now. So please start doing that, because any decisions that you make when you're in such an elevated energetic state, they're not going to be good decisions. They're going to be reactive decisions. And that's not what you want. Reactive decisions are not good. They're not helpful. the wrong thing for you. You need to be able to make decisions in your own good time and have time to process and understand what it is you want to achieve or to what point you want to reach in your life. So that's Aries. Let's go to Tauruses. Hello. Let me just say hello to Heather. Hi, Heather. Hi. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Heather. I just want to say my moon is Taurus. So we went from this to my moon. So that's where I think I kind of come down a little bit, which is, you'll explain why, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because Tauruses, I love, my sign is the Taurus. And I love Tauruses for one main reason, two actually. One, they'll do anything for family. They're very family oriented. They're all about home. Their home, their family is so precious to them. And they can be possessive, not like a Scorpio, a little bit, a little more tactfully possessive, but they, it's everything. Their whole foundation is family with Tauruses. And they're also extremely creative. Aside from the fact that, they are ruled by Venus, they're very sensual. They're all about, they're very touchy-feely, Tauruses, because they understand the world around them through their senses, through touching, smelling, holding. That's how Tauruses, and that's why they're very sensual in bed as well. And they just give their all. And they're also extremely artistic, extremely creative. You're going to see the best architects out there, the best designers out there I'm pretty sure they're Tauruses if we looked at their charts, because they like to build foundations, because family is in the forefront of their mind. So they love to build foundations and very creative in how they do it. And when they love someone, when they're in love, they give their all. They fall head over heels, but they expect that back.
Yeah.
Don't cross a Taurus. They've got immense patience. They're very patient, but oh dear, once you get, once it boils over for a Taurus, then you better just leave the room, the country, the state, whatever. Yeah. But generally, they're very mild-mannered. A fun fact about Taurus is, since we're talking about star signs, I have so much to say, so I might be all over the place. Sorry. Fun fact about Tauruses. How do you know if someone is a Taurus? I'll tell you why. The way they walk. They have a very very sort of heavy footing. Not footing, but like the way they walk. Steps. So you can hear a mile away when a Taurus comes in, because you can hear boom, boom, boom. They have a very rhythmic, heavy way of walking, whether they're women or men. With Aries, you know what's funny? I forgot to say that before. How do you know? No. Aries, head first.
Yes.
You always walk with your head forward. You always go with everything is head first. Even when, let's say, people are talking between them, the first thing, it's not that you want to approach, let's say you have two friends and they're talking, and then you want to hear what they're saying, and you want to approach them. You're not going to approach them with your body. You're going to approach them with your head. You're going to go, what are they saying?
Do you want to know, when I was a kid, my dad used to yell at me and say, look up, look where you're going.
That's Aries. It's always like that, because that's what Aries do, right? They're always ready for war. They're always ready to fight. And that's why you always have your head down. Fun fact.
That's funny.
Oh, wait. Shan said, thank you, Shan. Heavy gate. Thank you. I couldn't find it. Yeah, it's one of those days. I can't find those words. It's late here, so bear with me. What else about Tauruses? Hold on. I have my notes here. Yes, and of course, we all know that Tauruses are extremely, extremely stubborn. So They're unmovable. You can't do, if they put their mind into something, there's no way you can change their minds. So with spirituality, you would assume that a Taurus, they have nothing to do with, like, they're very grounded, they're very practical, they're very earthy, all about family, all about practicality general in life. And you would assume that Tauruses are not that spiritual, but actually they do, because they need to have that connection with the planet, with their environment, with the world around them. They need it. They need that grounding force again, but in a different sense to Aries. Aries, you need it because otherwise you're just going, you're a house on fire if you don't ground yourselves. But with Tauruses, they do need, because they need to increase their ability to overcome any obstacles. And for them in their path, and in order for them to do it in a way that is not going to be destructive, they need to hold back and they need to ground themselves and understand the environment around them. And that's why, oh, I forgot I have some banners, actually, I just realized.
Taurus is
there you go. So what would help for a Taurus to sort of open up spiritually and help connect is Reiki. It's about the energies and the energy flow. And it's all about that, there is no touching in Reiki, but it's that Tauruses are very sensitive. They have a what are they called? Sensitive, again, I can't find the word, but they're very sensitive and they need this connection, and Reiki, even though there's no touching, there is that connection that they need and that energy flow. So that's a good way for Tauruses to not only ground themselves, but to understand more their spiritual side, their spiritual core. Now we go to Gemini, because I don't want to go too long with each star sign. Right.
That's my sign.
Is it? Okay. They're ruled. So Geminis are ruled by Mercury, and they, came from your sun, that they just need to be not only busy, but they need to talk all the time.
Absolutely.
They like to chat. They're on the phone all day. They need to have that communication aspect. They need it. It helps. It's their way of not only communicating, but understanding the world around them through talking, through communicating. That's Geminis. And of course, you have that duality with Geminis. But the good thing is that Geminis are very open to anything. They're open to anything. Just ask a Gemini to go bungee jumping off a cliff. They will do it. They will gladly do it. They will try anything, just like Sagittarius. They're adventurous, but they're open because they're curious. They have a curiosity about the world. And also they have FOMO. So they don't want to, they have fear of missing out. They really don't want to be left out, or they just want to be part of what is going on. They're eloquent, they're sociable, they always need to be busy. They're always busy as well. And usually they're very good with PR and communications. And so what would help Geminis are mindfulness exercises like meditation. It's not easy for Gemini either, not just Aries. Geminis too, because they need to talk, because they'll be sitting there doing meditation, and within 5 minutes they'll be checking their phone. Did anyone text me? Did that cute guy see my message? What's going on? What's going on Tinder? Because of course they love to flirt a lot. So meditation is the best practice for Geminis, really. I wouldn't recommend Reiki or shamanism or psychic development. They would do terrible at that. They wouldn't listen. They like to do their own thing. They love to do it in their own time. They're usually very late for things, Geminis. So I would suggest that the best way for them to connect with their spiritual side and the spiritual self is meditation, 5-10 minutes every day for Geminis, in order for them to center themselves. It's all about centering your energy and yourself. Let me
He
see.
is absolutely right. In his mind, 100% of the time, he is never wrong. And he will sit there and explain to you why he's right.
They listen, they won't admit they're wrong, but the thing about Geminis is that they won't admit they're wrong, but at the same time, they hate being told that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just, you have to be very tactful, diplomatic when it comes to critiquing a Gemini, because they see themselves differently. They see themselves in a different than what we see. And I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean it in a very positive way. I wish I could do that about myself. Mm-hmm. So it's almost, and I don't mean they don't have self-awareness. It's just that they're so confident in their skills because they have a lot of skills. They like to learn a lot of things. They don't just stick to one thing or one vocation or one job or one whatever it is. They like to explore, they like to learn, and that makes them very interesting. That's why they're very social, and that's why they are amazing in social environments, because they can get along with anyone and they can literally talk to anyone for hours, whether they're, you know, down here socially or up there. It does not matter. They're very interesting, and that's why they see themselves differently. They see themselves as someone that can multitask. They can do everything. They don't need help. Oh God, yes. That's the other thing. Geminis don't like to ask for help.
Right.
They don't. It's a pride thing. It's maybe not admitting that they can't do everything as good as they think they can. Yeah, but yeah, you can, if you offer help, they will take it, but they'll never come to you. So if you have any Geminis out there that they're struggling, don't wait for them to come to you for help. Extend that help, offer that help, and you know, they might shyly take it. And keep insisting, persist with Geminis. Yeah. Let's go to Cancer. Cancers. So they're ruled by the moon, and they are, along with Pisces, the most psychic star signs of the zodiac. And Cancers, and the reason for that is because Cancers really absorb the energies of their immediate environment and of the people close to them. They're highly empathic. They highly feel what's going on around them. They are, unlike the Virgos, they know that that's intuition, and they listen to it. But at the same time, they have a hard time releasing those energies that they absorb. So they all keep it in, and you know, they're Cancers, they're crabs. So what happens is when a crab feels attacked, or not feels attacked, but when a crab feels that it's under threat, then what they do is like they retreat within their little hole, their little cave, and they take whatever that may be with them. And that applies with Cancer. So what they do is, like, all that energy they take unwillingly. They don't always want to do that, but they take that energy and they keep it inside them, and it eats them. And it takes a long time for them to release, because they don't realize it. They think that they're just tired, or they think that, you know, they had a bad week, so it's stress, but it's usually other people's energies and their environments as well. As I said, they have a high level of psychic awareness. And so in order for Cancers to be able to manage this, aside from meditation, meditation is good for everyone, regardless. Everyone should meditate at least 5 or 10 minutes a day. And by meditation, I mean just go to a quiet room, hold your crystals, you know, release any thoughts, quieten down your mind, and really sort of take that time to concentrate on your breathing. And that just realigns everything. It realigns your energy, and everyone should do that. But going back to cancers should, in my opinion, anyone who's Cancer and who is aware that they have this ability, these psychic abilities, these abilities to pick up energies as well as, and they have a very strong intuition, psyche development classes are great for you. And not for you to become a psychic or a medium, but for you to understand how this works, why you're absorbing these energies, and how to release them and what to do with them. Because you could be feeling someone next to you, or you're probably if you're in the same room with someone who's going through something and you feel it. Also, how can you help them? And not I don't necessarily mean go up to a stranger and say, I feel that you're not, I feel that you have a lot of problems in your life. How can I help you? But how can you help them here psychically? By sending out messages telepathically, by realigning, as again, sort of like retuning your energy, and that energy is going to go to them and sort of like passing on that energy to them. There are different ways, but in order for you to understand that, you need to be able to connect with your higher self, and you will be able to learn how to do that through psychic development courses and classes. And because you also have a natural affinity to psychometry, to clairvoyance. So with Cancers, usually what happens is, like, if they touch something, okay, they physically touch something, or if they enter a room where the energy is quite strong, it's almost like they get clairvoyance at that point. They can see by touching this what the energy is, or what happened in the past, who owned this, did something happen. But it's so subtle if you haven't worked on your psychic development that you're not going to be able to pick it up. You do pick up that something's wrong. You do pick up that, things are changing around you, but you need to be able to understand that in order to understand what messages are coming through, in order for you to help yourself and others as a Cancer. And of course, energy work as well. Just work on your energy. Leos. So Leos are interesting. I love Leos. With Leos, it's always a love and hate thing, because a lot of people find Leos quite arrogant, sort of snobby, but they're quite misunderstood. I'm going to say, yes, they are a fire sign. Yes, they are arrogant, but they're quite misunderstood, but they are quite sensitive, but they just don't show it. They're the smart ones. They're not going to show it. They're like, I'm going to protect my core, and they know very well. They're warriors, absolute warriors, like Aries and all the fire signs, but they're true warriors because they're like the Trojan horse. They they seem charming, and they're always dressed to the T, and they know how to behave, but deep down, and they're sweet and mellow if they want to, but deep down they're warriors. So they will protect their loved ones, and they will do anything to protect their loved ones. Very differently to the Tauruses. Tauruses are possessive, but in the sense that it's because they just, family's everything to them. With Leos, they are protective because if they consider you a friend, they consider you a friend for life, and they're loyal, and that's what they expect back from you with Leos. But Leos have a very strong and powerful spiritual power. They have a temperament which suits very much Tai Chi, because it's about energy, but it's about movement. It's about war in the sense of, accumulating or preparing your energy to protect yourself and shield yourself. And Leos would do great with that, because also, with Leos, they're a bit snobby, and they wouldn't be caught dead to do, especially male Leos, doing, let's say, Reiki or yoga or something quiet and boring like that for Leos. So they want something a little more out there. And I think Tai Chi is the right thing for them, just to move those energies around and understand as well. And aura work as well, if they have the patience. They're not very patient, they're quite impatient Leos, but aura work would also be a great way for you to be, you know, more centered and more connected with your energy and your higher self. Then we have Virgos. So these mercurial individual Virgos, one thing that I forgot to say before about Virgos, but now's the time, is that they are natural healers. Virgos are. Again, that's why it's important. That's why organization is important to them. Tidiness, cleanliness, good healthy food, good healthy lifestyle is important for them. It's about balancing those chakras. They're great energy healers. They can dust off energy, unwanted energy easily if they put their mind to it and if they know how to, for sure. They're also and Reiki would work really great for Virgos. Virgos, the other thing about Virgos that I love is that they seem quite, when you meet a Virgo, if you know a Virgo, they seem quite distant, or like that they keep people at an arm's length in a way. But actually they don't. They just don't. Virgos just are not very communicating, and they just don't know how to show people how they feel. And so they'd rather be a little bit more distant, a little bit more aloof, than show you in the wrong way that, you know, they care for you or they like you or they're into you. So with Virgos, you need to take your time with Virgos. They need their time with you. You need the time with them, because they have a very special way of communicating. And it's usually not a good way of communicating, because they don't like to say a lot. They keep things to themselves. And then when it all builds up, they have no idea how to to release it, how to let loose, how to communicate that with whoever it is that they have an issue with, or whoever it is that they want to ask help from. So Reiki and spiritual healing, Reiki is definitely something that would help Virgos. Again, it has to do with energies. It has to do with what they need, and they need to really sort of align not only with their environment, but with themselves, basically. And then we have Libra. Libra are known for always trying to find a balance and harmony in life. The poor Libras, they're always like pivoting. And it's so hard for them to make decisions as well. It's extremely hard for them. You know, it's just like if you give them an option A and option B and you say, which one do you want? You can have it. They might stand there for hours. I'm not sure. I mean, should I get A? But what happens if I take A? And then, you know, what happens if I take B? And what if I regret that I didn't take? It's a mess. It's a mess with Libra. But they love to learn. They have a thirst for knowledge, as well as Geminis. They love to learn. They're open as well. They're very mild-mannered. They are charming. It's all about their looks. They know how to talk to the opposite sex, charm them. And Libras like people who have different ideas to them, that come from different cultures than them, that are from different religions. They love that because they're curious. They want to know. They have a thirst for knowledge. And also because a lot of times they just want to, you know, they might read a book on shamanism. And as soon as they read the book, they're like, okay, I'll give it a go. I want to try it. I'm open to it. you know, what's there, because they want to do everything they can. They want to learn because they want to do everything they can to elevate themselves, especially socially, because the social aspect is quite important to the Libras, and they're open to everything. So auric field work, I think, would be great for Libras, because again, they're always looking for that balance. It's all about harmony and balance for them. And with auric field work and understanding auras and how, you know, and even being able to see other people's auras, that's one way of getting to that spiritual level easily, without, not easily, but in a way that is effortless for them, and also that it doesn't seem that they're doing something that is weird to them. Because Librans, they are open to everything, but they won't, for instance, if a Libra goes to a psychic or a medium regularly, I highly doubt they've shared that information with other people. They keep that private. Let's talk about Scorpios. I'm trying to be as fast as I can so we can get some calls in. And okay, Scorpios. So Scorpio has two planetary rulers. We have Mars and Pluto. And that makes it a very interesting and a very dark star sign, because they go dark. They have a dark side, the Scorpios. But they're very intuitive and very psychic. And a lot of Scorpios know and are aware of this for early on in life, even as children. That's why they're like Scorpio children, they act differently than other children. You will see a Scorpio child mostly playing alone in a corner, playing something or talking to itself. It probably has an invisible friend, things like that. So Scorpios, from the beginning, you can see that they are a little bit different, even as children, right? But as Scorpios grow up, they grow older, they have a fascination in psychology. It's almost like they Scorpios are known for staring at people. They have a very, what's called very vivid way of, not vivid, sorry. Again, I can't speak. They have a very intense, there you go, intense stare. That's how you can recognize a Scorpio, because they like, when someone's talking, they just like look deep in your eyes and they're like, no facial expressions, nothing. Why they're doing that? A, because they're paying attention to every single word, comma, dot, full stop that you use, that you say. And B, because they are analyzing you. They're the best therapists of the Zodiac. They analyze, they like psychology, they like analyzing people. And not only out of interest, but also it's sort of like a defense mechanism as well. They need to know who you are, what you are about. Are you a threat? Are you an ally? What are you? Because Scorpios can be a little bit paranoid, and they can go dark. And also they're extremely private. So they don't want to have people around them that have not been vetted, in a sense. And that's why they're more loners, or they seem more like they have more of this loner aspect of them. And at the same time, they don't need a lot of people around them. But at the same time, they listen to their intuition and they follow that intuition. So what their intuition says, they never go against it. The only problem with Scorpios is, and this is a fact, that they do have self-destructive tendencies. So unfortunately, a lot of Scorpios will listen to their intuition, but then that self-destructive tendency, Scorpios, it's like they pinch themselves. The reason why they do that is because they go dark. They really go deep, not only in their own self, but also spiritually. They go deep. They might even experiment with dark arts and things like that, but that's part of that darkness that they have, which, in my opinion, that darkness is part of that spiritual level that they're at. It's because they're at that spiritual level. You can't have light without darkness, and you can't have darkness without light. So that goes hand in hand. That's why they're able to go so dark, and they can go, like, they can close and isolate themselves. But they're amazing they're amazing judges of character. So if you want to know what a Scorpio thinks about someone, go ask them, because they're probably spot on. Most probably they're going to be spot on, even if they don't know that person. So that's why Scorpios, and I have my moon in Scorpios, would do great spiritually, and they do great, and a lot of readers are Scorpios. They do great with divination tools such as tarot, such as pendulum and cartomancy and anything like that. Divination tools. They're amazing at it because they just pick up and they just allow their intuition to just run wild, and they come up with really, really good messages. Then we have Sagittarius, Kim. Right. So the Sagittarians are known to be philosophers of the zodiac. You love to read books. Definitely Sagittarius are bookworms. They like to, but at the same time, you like to teach. You like to mentor, as Sagittarians like to mentor. They want to share the knowledge, and they love to read. And you're ruled by Jupiter, which means that you have a combination of expression, optimism, and expansion. And that makes you very special, Sagittariuses, because although you're a fire sign, you're the least fire sign of the fire signs, if you know what I mean. It's because you're like the hippies of the zodiac, let's me just say. You're just like, oh, flower power, boho, I'll try anything. I'll do this. I'm optimistic. I'm open. It's all about mind expansion. It's all about bringing everyone together. It's all about share the love, make love, not war, and all that. That's what Sagittarius. And that's why spiritually you need Reiki and yoga is the best way to sort of be more connected with your spiritual side. It's all about energy and yoga because you need to work that body of yours. Sagittarius need movement. They're athletic. They need to be moving or doing some kind of exercise every day. Otherwise, they just go crazy. They're like a little poodle chasing their tail. With Sagittarius. Absolutely. I know my analogies are. So let me see. Yeah, and you too, along with Libras, you are very open to other cultures and learning about other cultures. And that's why most Sagittarians either marry foreigners or they move abroad. They never stay there. They don't have one base, Sagittariuses. They are nomads. They're cultural nomads. They're nomads. They like to be around. They get bored. You get bored and you need that movement. Mm-hmm. Always. And you're always very honest with your opinion. Sagittarius. Absolutely. Not very tactful. You have that arrow and you shoot for the Red Bull, for the Red Bull, the bullseye, the Red Bull or the bullseye or both.
There you go.
Yeah. So so for you, Reiki and yoga is a great way because, as I said before, Sagittarius love yoga. It's the millennial Gen Z thing to do. It's very calming. It's good for your body. There's also like your mind quiets down. It's also a social thing. If you're in a class, you do it with other people. Great way to clear those thoughts, clear that energy, and be more spiritually connected. Let's go to Capricorn. Right. So Capricorns, you're a bit misunderstood. I don't know if we have, I have to check the comments. I haven't checked the comments. I don't know if we have any Capricorns here, but they are quite misunderstood because the Capricorns, they're known for being materialistic and being way too focused on money and status and making like building a reputation and all that. Yeah, that's true about Capricorns. But it's also a sign that displays many spiritual virtues. And especially because they do believe in the higher purpose. But the problem is they're way too grounded sometimes. They just cannot allow themselves. It's almost like they cannot relax. They cannot let loose and allow themselves to kind of be taken right. Yeah. Jenny, you wanted to say something? Sorry. You're muted.
I was thinking of some Capricorns. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's why they're misunderstood. But you know, with Capricorns, give them time. They need their time anyways. You know, they're not the best communicators, that's for sure. They're not, they're a bit misunderstood, right? Their sense of humor is a bit different or quirky. It's not mainstream sense of humor. It's not sarcastic. It's a bit more dry, I'm gonna say. Yeah. So people find it hard to sort of connect with Capricorns. But listen, Capricorns, yeah. But Capricorns know how to make money, and they make money. Okay? They know what they want, and they know how to get it. Number 2, they're very good family people. So it's all about family and foundations. They value the foundations that they've laid down for their family, for themselves, and they're very, very loyal. You can rely on Capricorns, as annoying as they can be at times, because a lot of times you talk to a Capricorn and you feel that they don't understand what you're saying, and they're saying something completely different. So there is a complete, like, a communication breakdown there. But they do have spiritual discipline. And if they're open to it, they're amazing. There are amazing readers out there that are Capricorns, readers, psychics, mediums that are Capricorns, believe it or not. Because as soon as they opened up to it, they were flooded with spiritual energy and messages, and they were able to connect with the other side. And it's amazing because they're solid. Capricorns are solid. Okay. And even when it comes to reading, if you have a Capricorn reader or psychic, you can trust them. They're completely solid. As I said, they're loyal. They're not going to lie to you. They don't lie. They're not going to deceive you. They're very committed to that, to their spiritual path. So with Capricorns, journaling is a good way to connect with the spiritual side, because they like to write. They love to write. That's the best way of communicating with a Capricorn. Letters or emails or texts. By the way, one's dating a Capricorn and they don't understand because usually Capricorns are quite laconic with their texting. So if, let's say, you've met a Capricorn and you're texting back and forth, it's not like you're going to receive a whole essay where they're like, I'm thinking of you and I did this today and I would like to do that, and where can we see each other? It's usually like 2 words or a very short sentence. I hope that doesn't put people off Capricorns, but that's the way they communicate. Okay, better than verbal, because if you call them, they'll never pick up the phone. They hate the phone. They hate their phone. So if you want to communicate with a Capricorn, write an email, write a message. Don't expect too much back, though. Don't expect a thesis. Who's left? Capricorn and Pisces. Let me go here. Capricorn, Aquarius. I'm sorry. What's wrong with me today? Aquarius. Yes, that's me. And I hope we have other Aquarians here as well. So we have 2 rulers, Saturn and Uranus. And what is sort of, and this really it applied to me, what Aquarians are most drawn to is astrology. It is astrology. Why? Because Aquarians we are all over the place, right? We are we were kind of like Aquarians, that were kind of born into wisdom, I'm gonna say, because when you look at Aquarian children, they talk like little adults, like mini adults. It's almost like they know things, like they have that wisdom beyond. So astrology for Aquarians is something tangible. It's something where they say, okay, so you have these planets, and if you position these planets here and in that house, that means that this person is so and so and so, etc. And that is tangible for them, and that's easy for them, not to understand, but for other people to understand about Aquarians. Imagine an Aquarian, for instance, me coming out to the world when I was 12, 13 and saying, hey, I'm psychic and I could see dead people. Imagine that. I was already a weird child. I mean, I was a good child, but I was a weird one. I had a very weird sense of humor. I had invisible friends. So it was just, but luckily my parents are air signs too. They were also quirky and weird. So it all worked out. But with Aquarians, it's just that they have to have this inherent wisdom, which is deeply embedded, and they just need some tools to get that out. So astrology, most Aquarians usually are drawn to astrology first, and then they kind of end up like me. I was drawn to astrology first, and then I ended up with tarot, et cetera, et cetera. And that's because Aquarians are very open to thoughts and practices and experiences. They're not afraid. They welcome them. A lot of times, the Aquarians are the ones who, sort of provoke things like that. Provoke things to happen to make things more exciting for them.
Yeah, I've got a little Aquarian, and he's just like you said. I think it's going to be fun what he's going to say, and but I've got to go pick him up right now, so I'm just going to find if that's okay.
Thanks, Jenny. See you next week.
Bye, guys, and I will catch the rest of this later because this is so exciting.
Bye, Jenny. Give him a kiss.
I will.
Bye. Right. So with Aquarians, meditation and chakra and energy work is the best way to be more connected with your spiritual side. And last but not least, our beloved fish, our Pisces. With Pisces, you're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, water element, highly psychic, as I said before. And that's why you're always dreamy. Pisceans are known to be dreamy. They live in their own bubble. They don't appreciate it if you just like burst that bubble for them. They get angry. They like to be left alone a lot of times. Highly intuitive and empathic as well. They feel everything. They know everything. They're very wise. And another fun fact is that Pisces Pisces is the last star sign of the zodiac. But also another fun fact is that we are never, regarding past lives, we never come back on this side, on the world, in this world, as the same star sign. We could have 12 lives and starting from Aries and ending with Pisces. Usually they say that the zodiac ends because Pisces is the last star sign of the zodiac. That's why they are the most psychic, the most intuitive, the most wise star sign of the zodiac. And that's because they've done their journey. They've gone through all 12 star signs. Fun fact. So most Pisceans, when I do readings with them as well, they have a lot of past lives that kind of come forward as well. A lot of karmic lessons and things because they've lived the most lives out of all of us, out of the rest of the star signs. So with Pisces, and also another thing about Pisces, they're workaholic. The reason why Pisces are workaholic is because They like to build their own little world, and they like to stay in there, and work is part of that world, and it's very important to them. It keeps them balanced. It's the balance that they need. So with Pisces, along with Cancers, and along with Scorpios, all the water signs, psychic development work and energy work is the best practice, is the best way to connect spiritually. So and I highly recommend it to you, Pisces. If we have any Pisces, let me check the comments. If you are a Pisces, I highly recommend that you start exercising that psychic muscle that you have, because you can do a lot of good in the world. Virgos are healers, Aquarians are healers too, but Pisceans and Cancers are amazing natural mediums and empaths. And by working at by doing psychic development and working on your energy, you can do so much good, and you can understand so much about yourself, because most Pisceans seem confused about, why am I here? If you ask Pisces and you ask them why you're here, most of them are confused. Why am I here? Do I like this world? What's going on? But that's because they've had so many past lives, and they've accumulated so much wisdom that for them it's hard to understand the world around them. So they need to focus on one thing, and work is where they like to focus on. And they're highly, highly sensitive. They're very sensitive to people, to their environment, and that's why they need to do energy work. And those were the 12 star signs. Let me just remove that from here. I'm just going to drop the link for anyone who wants to call in. I would love to hear from you. What star sign are you? Do you relate with some of the stuff that I said today? Is there anything you would like to ask? Is there anything that I've forgotten to mention or say? Just please call in, or just write in the chat, and I'll read it in a bit, because I've got Marla backstage. Marla, you ready?
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, Marla.
Hi. Wait a minute.
How are you?
See. I'm good. I can't see. I have to put some glasses on. Oh, there.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like the glasses.
Thank you. They're pink. I like pink. So
I like pink too.
this is my first time to do this, so I'm a little nervous.
Don't be. I'm so happy you called in. What's your star sign, Marla? Remind me. Are you the Taurus? You're Taurus.
I'm Scorpio.
You're Scorpio. Yes, powerful Scorpio. So could you relate with some of the stuff I said? How do you feel? How do you feel spiritually?
I'm very spiritual. I think I relate with both the Libra and the Scorpio. Is that weird?
No, not at all. When's your birthday? Are you on the cusp?
That's what I've been told. My birthday's October 23rd, and I was born at 11:45 at night.
Yeah, you're on the cusp, and that's why you don't come across as Libra, but you do have a little bit of those, like that remembrance of the Libra energy that is touching you. But you're a Scorpio. You're definitely a Scorpio. You're not on the cusp, but you still have that energy. What's your rising? Your ascendant. Your rising sun.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know any of that. I know that I have a number, and it's 3. And it's weird because I'm the third child of the family. So, and everything happens to me in 3s, and then I have 1023 is my birthday. So,
do you see synchronicities? Do you see like repeated 3s?
Yes. All the time.
That's a sign from that's definitely a sign from your angels and your guides as well. So when you see 3, since 3 is something that that's your number, when you see 3s, that's them validating what you're thinking at the moment. So if there's something that you're not sure about and you're thinking about that moment and you start seeing those threes, that's them saying, yeah, hold that thought.
Okay.
Take that thought and do something about it.
Okay.
That's their way of communicating as well. Are you married? Are you in a relationship?
No.
No, because I was gonna ask, because Scorpios, you're very particular about your partners.
Yes, I am. I was a caregiver for my parents most of my life. They've been gone to see dad. It's been 8 years for my dad and 9 for my mom. So I lived with them till I was 44. And
Okay.
and I'm like 52 and I'm single and I'm trying to make it on my own. I've just been I'm gonna lose my job. I work in the medical field. I'm a reader. I read medical. I'm a coder. I read and interpret what the doctor does to a patient. And they're shipping my job and other people's jobs off to India. So June 11th, last day. So I'm a little nervous. I'm going to be on my own, and I mean on my own, but I'm going to be without a job after June. Do you see anything good coming my way?
I don't have I don't have my tarot here, but I don't have my deck here, but I can see if anything comes through just like that, because a lot of times I do get messages without my cards. My cards is just me saying, hello, I'm open, come in.
Mm-hmm.
The messages. So I'm trying to, your parents are no longer here, right?
Right.
Hold on, let me get no, I can't reach it. Anyways, okay.
Okay. I don't want to take up, because I know you probably have a lot of people wanting to talk to you.
No, I have no one in the backstage right now. So let me see, because I know it was, hold on, give me a second, because I'm picking up something really faintly. So was it your mom that was the one that left, the last one to pass? Was it your mom? No. Okay, because your mom, I don't know if that's your mom, okay? Because I see, was she like, she had sort of like white blondie hair, like blonde but towards white, sort of like she had quite a big.
I know who that is. I know who you're talking about.
Okay, a lot of hair. So okay, someone else popped in then, so it's not your mom, so it's a relative or a friend.
It would be my mother's sister, my Aunt Dean. My mother had very thick hair too, but my mother was a redhead, but my Aunt Dean had the blonde hair, and she was the last to pass away.
Okay, so then it's your aunt. It's your aunt that's here, though.
Oh,
your aunt is here. She's touching me now. I'm getting validation. What I am getting is that she's wearing like a light blue nightgown, like one of those long nightgowns.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay, I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out now because you wouldn't have known it, but that's what I buried my mother in, was a beautiful blue gown.
That's what I see. That's what your aunt is wearing, because that's what she's showing up with. And her hair looks great. She's very proud of her hair because she's got a full thick head of hair, like white blonde. She's definitely, look, I have goosebumps. So she's definitely come in. It's just me giving her, like, it's almost like I gave her permission to come in. You can come in. What else? Let me see what else she's showing me. Hold on. Since we're doing this, hold on. I saw a tractor and I saw a bed of flowers. I don't know what that means. A tractor, and there was a bed of flowers, red flowers, not roses, but they were red. And I keep seeing those red flowers, because Kim, I told you that as well, didn't I? A few days ago.
They're popping.
Hold on.
Did you hear? They're popping. The red flowers are poppies. That my mom loved poppies.
Could be
So,
poppies.
yeah.
I couldn't tell what type of flower it is because I see it sort of from a distance. And
Okay.
the tractor is there, but I'm trying to see. So your aunt, why can't I see your mom? Your aunt is wearing a necklace. Almost, it looks pearl, like pearls, but
Okay.
small little pearls. She's wearing that. I don't know. She wasn't wearing it a minute ago. So there is some kind of significance for you if she's showing me the necklace, because she didn't have it before.
That's interesting.
I do have a male here, but he's very shy. I have a male who just walked in. I'm not sure if it's your dad. I'm not sure because he's quite like he's far away. He's not coming. He's not approaching.
My wasn't shy. My dad was a Gemini.
Hold on. Oh, he's a Gemini. I know it's not your dad because he's wearing old-fashioned clothing, like what they would wear in the Old West, but not a cowboy, but what they would wear in the Old West.
Like
Suspenders, white shirt, brown trousers, thick boots, leather boots. He plays the piano. I saw a piano.
Wait,
it's
he or she? Who plays? The man?
The man showed me the piano. The man showed me the piano.
That's my oh my god.
He's not you.
This is so wild. So it's my uncle. It's my aunt.
I was gonna say it's your uncle.
Rufus. Uncle Rufus. It's Aunt Dean and Uncle Rufus. They're coming through. Oh,
I was gonna say it's your uncle. It's not your dad for sure because I feel the relation is not. It's not a dad relation. It's not so.
You would know.
Did you ever meet your uncle? Did you meet your uncle?
Oh yeah, I love my Uncle Rufus. He passed away last year or the year before last. Why? Is this somebody that's never met me?
No. I'm just asking because he's showing up with old-fashioned clothing, and there's a significance to that. And now he's trying to show me something else. He's almost like when you said about his passing. He's first of all, I see him laughing. He's like, yeah, like
we always
you guys.
laughed, yeah.
You guys were heartbroken when he passed, and he says, "I wanted to go." Like he's like, "I'm happy I went." He didn't want to be here anymore. And he knows that you're heartbroken, but he's laughing. Like he has a very infectious laugh.
Yes. That's it.
And what else can he show me? I saw a little dog. A little it's like a little poodly dog, like a little like a cockapoo, or looks like a poodle but a small one.
My cousin just lost about 3 years ago. Lost a little like a cockapoo dog.
Well, the dog's with your uncle because I see the dog right by him, by his feet, and your uncle is smoking. Did he used to smoke?
No.
Well, he's smoking now because he's got a cigarette in his hand and he's sort of like. But I feel that he was a jokester. I feel that he was very grandiose. Like he had a very grand personality with your uncle. And a lot of times he liked to pretend to be someone that he wasn't just for the fun of it. That's what I'm picking up with him. Okay. And now he's just showing up with a cigarette. But I think he's like, he's sort of like, I do what I like kind of thing. He can show up any way he wants. Your aunt, on the other hand, I see her on a bed. So she's healthy the way I see her, but she's lying on a bed. And it does seem like one of those reclining beds that you have when you're sick or when you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I feel like she almost like I got the message that she spent a lot of time in the hospital. Did she? Your aunt?
She had, yes, her and my mom shared the same cancer, actually.
Oh
My mom
no.
had, my mom had ovarian cancer, and she battled a stage 3 ovarian cancer for 3 years, or for 21 and a half years. And my Aunt Dean had a stage 3 ovarian cancer. It runs in their family. It's huge. I mean, like
Oh.
many cousins with it, and a cousin my age with it. And they ran my blood. My mom's oncologist did a study and ran my blood against my mother's blood, and she said that I don't have it. So, which is, I don't have the gene that causes the cancer.
Well, thank God
So
for that.
Yeah.
That's a
Well, and then
relief.
as a preventative, I had my ovaries removed. So
Yeah.
it was a preventative, and I felt like, well, I was in my 40s. I wasn't planning on having kids, in my 40s. That's just me personally. But so I went ahead and did that. But yeah, they said they didn't find the gene in my blood system.
Good. That's
So
a
yeah,
relief.
she was sick.
Yeah, because
Yeah, she was sick.
if I see her on a hospital bed, what she's trying to say that she was sick for a long time, not necessarily in hospital, but she was sick for a long time. That's what I'm getting for her. And your mom, it's weird because I'm trying to talk to her. I'm trying to ask her to come forward. And although she's here, sort of, she's not really here. She's almost hiding behind her sister. She's not coming forward.
Well, I will say this. She came to me in my dreams a couple of times. So I like to think that it was, yeah, I do get those dreams of, like, my mom and my dad come to me in my dreams. And then also my grandmother, my mom's mother, comes to me in my dreams every once in a while.
That's the way they
So,
communicate. That's the way they
Yeah.
communicate with us. Just to let you know that I'm here. I hear you. I can hear you. I acknowledge the fact that you talk to me, you pray for me. That's the way. And by the way, your mom is showing up now. She's wearing black. She's all in black. Did she love to wear black?
she did. She would wear black, but she also had colorful clothes. But yeah,
she shows up in black right now. And yeah, I do see the red hair, and she has thick hair as well.
Oh yeah.
She's not very big, right? She's quite like small, short. Your mom, but she has a big personality.
She was like 5'6". I'm taller than her. Like, yeah. She was a Pisces, my mom.
Your mom was a Pisces. Interesting. But I do feel that was she loud?
She had a loud laugh, but she was not the type. I was more outgoing than my mom.
Yeah, I don't mean outgoing. But I mean, I feel the energy of this loud.
She had a wonderful.
She has a strong voice. She was loud, or when she would scream, she was loud, and she was fully aware of it, and she did not give a thought.
Yeah, if I got in trouble, she would scream my full name. I mean, if you heard your full name, you knew you were in trouble with mom.
Yeah, that's what I do with my kids as well. As soon as I use that middle name, they're like, "Oh no!" They're like, "Uh-oh, she's using my middle name." Uh-oh. Yeah, she's not saying anything to me. She's keeping a distance. She's here. I can see her, and I can see your aunt. Your uncle is kind of like in and out. Like popping in and out, but the two sisters are here, but she's not saying, I keep saying, do you want to say, and she says no, because I'm not needed. Apparently I'm not needed because you communicate between you. That's what she's saying to me, that you and your mom are able to communicate.
That I communicate with her?
Yeah, that you and her communicate, so I'm not needed. She doesn't want, she basically doesn't want me.
Funny.
She doesn't want me in between. She says that I don't need you. I can talk to Marla on my own. I can communicate with her. So she's not rude, not at all. But no, but that's what I'm getting right now. But your aunt seems to be quite amused. It's almost like she's got popcorn and she's watching us right now. Your aunt is funny. She's so much fun. Like literally, she just grabbed the popcorn. She did. Like she's sitting there and she's like, and you know why your aunt enjoys this? Because she can see that I'm struggling and I'm saying to your mom, please come forward, please come next to me. Come on, let's talk to Marla. What do you want to tell her? And your mom's like, no, and she's over there. She's like literally over there. And your aunt is sitting behind your mom right now. And she's like, I'm really enjoying this, you know. Femme is having a hard time. I'm loving this. She has a sense of humor, and I love that. And your mom's like not having it. She's like, yeah, she'll be here, but she doesn't want to come forward. Fine. Sometimes that's the way they are, you know. Sometimes they're not ready, or maybe she's shy because we're live. Maybe she wants to do it privately. I don't know, but sometimes they can be like that. I hope that helps.
Somewhere, if you talk to them, even though they're not here physically, I know that if you talk, I was told if you talk to your loved one that have passed on, they're not here. You keep talking to them, that they do hear you.
Oh yeah, they hear you.
There are times I do talk to my mom. Last week was her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Because they still celebrate. It doesn't matter if they're not on this earth plane. They still celebrate.
Her birthday was March 10th.
Oh, happy birthday. What's that? Oh, well, listen. She's funny. She's holding her own cake right now. She's just holding a cake and flowers. Her own cake. And she's like, woo. So she's got a sense of humor. She's more relaxed now. She's more relaxed now, but she doesn't want to talk. Like she doesn't want to talk, but that's fine. I mean, that's the way they are. Now, what I wanted to say is that, that as soon as you think of your loved ones, as soon as you say their name, they will hear you instantly. They'll be there with you instantly. So whenever you feel that you want to talk to her, go ahead and talk to her. And she'll be there. She hears everything. And she'll send you messages and she'll send you signs. Sorry? Marla, losing you?
Yeah, that's probably why she won't move forward. No, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah, it's in and out. It's the connection's not like. Yeah, but you're
It is in and out. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's why I came into my office.
Well, listen, Marla, thank you for calling. I hope you can join us.
Thank you, make the connection better.
Well, listen, since we've been at it, we've been on the live for an hour and a half. I would love for you to call back again next week. Join us next Monday. And thank you for calling in, Marla. I'll just have to drop you because the connection.
Would love to.
Would love to as well. Thank you for calling.
I understand.
Okay, the line was terrible. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Right. So, and we had a reading, impromptu reading today. So happy. Well, I don't know if I missed any questions. I'm just going to go through the comments because while I was talking, let me see if I missed anything. Who is that? My ex was a Taurus. He was stubborn as hell. You couldn't change his mind. No, you can't. You can't. Like, you can try, but it's not going to be easy. I can tell you. They are... I don't think I missed anything. But anyway, that was Mystic Monday Live. Kim, do you have anything to add?
No, you about covered it all. I've enjoyed today. I've enjoyed listening to the different signs, and I'm sitting here with people going through my minds, and okay.
I hope so. And I'm sorry if I stumbled on my words. It's
Monday.
It's Monday. And as Adam says, I need a holiday. He keeps saying that to me. You need a holiday. I do need a holiday.
You do.
It's not going to happen before summer. So here we go. I have to keep going. But
Monday's our excuse. We don't need to justify anything else. It's just Monday.
True. And it's just the two of us today. Well, right now, because Jenny joined us before. But so next Monday, we'll all be back. The panel will be back. We'll all be here. Same time, 3:30, since the time changed and it's all messed up everything for me. Our time's changed in 2 weeks. So we shall see.
Okay. That's 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. For us in the Central Standard Time, it's 2:30. So
and yes, exactly. What is Pacific time? Is Pacific time 12:30? If it's 3:30 Eastern, right?
I don't know. I keep up with your time, Jenny's time, my time, and Dana's. Other than that, I'm sorry.
It's confusing. I have an app on my phone and I still mess it up every time because, I have so many readings from the US, Canada, all over the world. I have clients all over the world and it's so confusing. I'm like, oh my God. But anyways.
I didn't realize that y'all change times too. And that's, my husband says, you mean the US isn't the only one that changes times? I said, guess not. And
no, you said for us.
So I've got 6 hours difference from you for 2 weeks, and then I'll go back to a 7-hour difference with you. So
true, exactly. Because right now I have a 5-hour difference with Eastern time, and you're 1 hour behind, right?
Right.
So yeah, then we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to be back at 7-hour difference. It's so confusing. Anyways, well, everyone, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you next time. Have a great week. Till next time. Bye.